Subscribe. 1. Bofors scandal, 64 crore rupees. During the 1980s and 1990s, the Bofors scandal involved a huge weapons contracting political controversy between India and Sweden. This scandal was started by Indian National Congress leaders and implicated the Indian Prime Minister, Rajiv Gandhi. Bofors AB is also suspected of receiving kickbacks from members of the Indian and Swedish governments. In 1986, India reportedly secured a deal worth approximately 1,437 crore rupees with the Swedish armaments firm Bofors AB to deliver their 155mm field howitzer to the Indian Army. 2. Fodder scam, Rs. 950 crore. The Fodder scam was a corruption scandal in the eastern Indian state of Bihar that involved the loss of nearly $9.4 billion from the government treasury. Lalu Prasad Yadav, the then Chief Minister of Bihar, and Jagannath Mishra, the former Chief Minister, were among those detained in connection with the heist. Lalu's tenure as Chief Minister came to an end as a result of the controversy. S.N. Sinha is also accused of paying Dr. Dineshwar Prasad Sharma Rs. 300.60 crores. A special CBI court convicted Lalu Prasad Yadav on December 23, 2017, while acquitting Jagannath Mishra. 3. Harshad Mehta and Ketan Parekh stock market scam, 5,000 crore rupees. Harshad Mehta borrowed a substantial amount of money from the banking system and used it to build a large fund for himself by creating authentic-looking fraudulent bank receipts. Many banks lent him large sums of money, claiming that they were doing so in exchange for government securities. Ketan Parekh pulled off a similar heist, stealing $30 million from the Bank of India. 4. Vijay Mallya scam, 9,000 crore rupees. The Vijay Mallya scam is one of the biggest bank scams in India. After being accused of fraud and money laundering in India, Mallya escaped and sought sanctuary in the United Kingdom in 2016. A collection of 17 Indian banks is attempting to collect roughly $90 billion, US $1.3 billion, in loans. Mallya is accused of using it to gain 100% or partial ownership of more than 40 companies around the world. Many organizations, including the Internal Revenue Service and the CBI, are investigating Mallya for financial fraud and money laundering. 5. Commonwealth Games scam, Rs. 70,000 crores. In 2010, the Commonwealth events held in India attracted more attention due to the controversies and corruption than the games themselves. The entire event was tainted with allegations of criminal conspiracy, cheating, and forgery, and the chairman of the 2010 Commonwealth Games, Suresh Kalmari, was accused of corruption and malpractices. It was also reported that Indian athletes were compelled to reside in deplorable conditions rather than the accommodations provided by the government. 6. Nirav Modi PNB bank fraud, Rs. 11,400 crore. The Nirav Modi scandal is India's another one of the biggest scams in India. According to reports, the fraud was perpetrated under the Bready House brand of Punjab National Bank. This scam implicated not only Nirav Modi, but also his uncle Mehul Choksi and two senior PNB officials. PNB filed a case with the CBI in 2018 accusing Nirav Modi and his firms of getting letters of undertaking, LOUs, from PNB without paying the margin amount due on loans. This meant that if those companies defaulted on the loan, PNB would be responsible for the repayment. 7. 2G spectrum scam, Rs. 176,000 crores. In 2008, the government came under investigation when it was alleged that they had undercharged mobile phone companies for frequency allocation licenses. The licenses were used to generate 2G spectrum subscriptions. At the center of the scandal was the former Telecom Minister A. Raja. The Controller and Auditor General of India, CAG, noted that the disparity between the money obtained and that mandated to be collected was Rs. 1.76 trillion, 176,000 crore rupees. The Supreme Court declared the spectrum unconstitutional and arbitrary in 2012, resulting in the termination of over 120 licenses. 8. Hawala scam 1, 31,000 crores. The Hawala scam erupted in the 1990s, drawing attention to politicians such as L.K. Advani, Arjun Singh, Yeshwant Sinha, Madan Lal Khurana, and others who were accused of bribery. The Hawala brothers, also known as the Jan brothers, were suspected of being involved in a terrorist raid. It was discovered that these lawmakers made transfers of alleged black money through their brothers. 9. Colgate scam, 1 rupee and 86 paise lahak screw. The coal allocation scam, sometimes known as Colgate, is a political scandal that began in 2012, when the United Progressive Alliance (UPA) was in power. When the government was accused of fraudulently assigning 194 coal blocks between 2004 and 2009, the Comptroller and Auditor General (CAG) brought the scandal to light. As several bureaucrats and politicians were engaged, this was one of the scams that shook the entire country to its core. Despite the CAG's initial prediction of a loss of more than 10 lakh rupees crore, the final audit stated that the scam cost 1.86 lakh rupees crore. 10. Black money scam, 7,280,000 rupees crore. The black money scam is also known as the black dollar scam or the wash scam. It is a deception where con artists try to defraud a victim by convincing them that piles of banknote-sized paper are the genuine currency that has been stained in a theft. The victim is convinced to pay fees and purchase chemicals to remove the color, with the promise of a portion of the revenues.